Good evening, America. We're here with
Fredy. He's here with Fredy.
I was telling you, so I started off with the shoot channel, right? Team Caesar. And I was still low budget. Or no budget, I should say. Even with the shoot channel, I would literally do that shit just with my girlfriend at the time. She would come over and she would help me film this shit. Like, she would help me out a lot, right? And to just, because it was a lot. It was like, I know it seems like, oh, you're just filming a shoot. How hard could it be? It was actually pretty damn hard. And, I would try to ease the mood or, just set the right mood. I didn't want her to feel like stressed out because I was stressed out. Like, fuck, this shit ain't right. I didn't want to, come off as like, oh, you're fucking everything up, So I would try to, make her feel at ease by playing music on my phone while we record. And you remember Necro?
Yeah.
Necro. I would play Necro because, she was alright when we
Is
played
that something
Necro.
we used to listen to together?
Yeah, we used to listen to fucking Creepy Crawl, Keep on Driving, all this fucking early shit from 2007 and shit. But I would play that shit. I would play Necro on my phone to just, again,
You're
alleviate.
like too fucking be chill. What the fuck?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
But that's what would get you the copyright?
Yeah, I got look, and I would have this shit in the background. You could barely hear this shit, but I would be recording while this shit plays in the background. It sounds all muffled and everything, and then I would upload it to YouTube. And it would fucking and I would get copyright or I would get hit with a copyright strike, saying.
But it would give you the option to only clip out that spot.
If I remember correctly, it just
because that's what it does to me with the Fortnite videos. Sometimes some of the emotes will have copyrighted.
That might be new. I think back then they just kind of either they didn't let you upload or they completely blanked out the audio, which was all right because I would fucking I would edit. I would make it that it would be mute, right? My own video, the actual video, but I would make it so that I put the music, I edit in the music. So that's what I'm saying. For sure, if we play something that all this funk music, all the funk music I'm showing you right now, this shit's fucking millions and millions of views. So for sure they would fucking. No, those are edits though. If you actually look at the artist or the actual legit upload of the
that one's 9.1 million.
2 million right there. Look at that fucking 9.1 million. God damn, that's a lot of fucking views. Shit.
Here we should be,
But yeah, that's what I'm saying, Fredy. Fucking if we play any of this shit, I'm getting taken down for sure. And that's unfortunate too, because it adds a lot to the mood, right? That fucking music. You liked it, huh?
Yeah, it's just cool.
Yeah, shit. But that's what happens. So I'm guessing there's no way, because Necro's popular, but Necro doesn't have all these fucking millions of views compared to
But his music is owned by somebody,
This music, is definitely owned by someone. I know Necro owns his own fucking music.
I'm saying Necro's music is probably owned by somebody.
No, I think Necro owns his own music. He has his own record label, Psychological.
Oh, alright, I know.
Goddamn, Fredy, you're fucking beating me at everything, shit. But yeah, that fucking movie, Fredy, fucking Puss in Boots Part 3. I'm telling you, that fucking movie, that definitely hit what's the word? Hit something deep in me when I first saw it. I recommend you watch that movie, honestly.
Did you watch it because you heard it had been like that? Or were you just casually just watching all the Shrek movies and shit?
I had never seen a Puss in Boots movie, honestly.
Have you seen one or two? You said that's the third one, right?
The Puss in Boots?
The death one?
Yeah. I had never...
That's the only one you've seen?
That's the only one I've seen, and, I think that's the only one I'm gonna see, honestly. Yeah, but something about it, just the idea of fighting something that you can't really be beating a concept that is just there, I don't know, something in it just really touched me, you could say. It definitely holds a place in my heart, like
beating a concept.
Yeah, death. Like, you can't beat. How do you beat death?
How do you beat death?
Yeah.
That means how do you not die?
Essentially, right?
So you not dying means beating death.
Well, in the movie, Puss is the cat, right? Cats have 9 lives, but Puss was down to his last life.
Oh, so that's why he's coming after him and shit.
And that's why he was seeking the last wish, where he literally goes and looks for like a fallen star or some shit that grants him a wish, and he was gonna wish for his 9 lives back. That way, death would. Yeah, so I was like, damn, that's crazy, dude.
Either way, after that one finishes, you're gonna have to do it again.
Yeah.
You're gonna be all old and shit.
You're gonna have to find another way to fucking combat death. Because eventually,
Imagine how you not die and fucking, you're gonna be all like, that's fuck, like.
So that idea, I don't know. How do you beat an idea like that, Fredy? You're the philosopher of the mind here. You study philosophy.
But I just watch a lot of YouTube videos on philosophy.
You went to school for philosophy, Fredy.
Okay, this is how you beat death. Now, obviously, you don't die. I mean, everybody dies.
Yeah.
But I guess you talk about how do you, like, not be scared of dying or something. I don't know. I don't really know what that means. Like,
well, I saw this movie recently. I want to say maybe like late May, early May, around May. I know it was around May, and maybe you've heard of it, maybe you haven't. It's called Manchester by the Sea. Never heard of it?
Nah.
Yeah, it was kind of like a little fucking low budget film, but it was about this guy. It was about this guy that fucking his brother dies, and he's left as like the legal guardian of his brother's kid, and he has to deal with all the fucking like what's he gonna do with the body of his brother, what's he gonna do with the state and everything. And it's just him.
So it's what is it called? What is it called?
Manchester by the Sea.
Manchester by the Sea. Okay. So it's about what?
So this motherfucker, like, he heads back home to where his brother was. Originally, he lived there too, but he ended up his brother died. But that's what brought him back to his hometown. He fled his hometown years earlier, I want to say years earlier, because of an accident. There was an accident that he had in his home that caused the death of like his kids.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So then the brother stayed by himself in that house?
The brother stayed by himself in his own home with his own kid.
No, like... Okay, so there was 2 brothers living in the same house?
No, different houses. Different houses,
same city?
Yeah. Different houses, same hometown.
Hometown, okay.
And this motherfucker, his kids die because essentially he fucked up and he couldn't take it. Like, his marriage falls apart. Pretty much everyone.
It was his fault?
It was his fault, pretty much. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. And
what happened?
He was drunk. He was having like a party at his house, and this is Massachusetts, so it gets cold in Massachusetts, and they had a fireplace, and this motherfucker, after the party ends or whatever, he was like, it's cold. I'm gonna put some firewood in the fireplace, but he didn't put this thing that protects the fireplace from spitting out like pieces of wood out into the the living room area or whatever. I think it's called the fire guard or whatever. He didn't put that because he was like fucked up, and he was like, you know what, I want to go get some more beer. I'm gonna go to the corner store and just get some more beer real quick. And he goes to the corner store. People here in California may know that as the liquor, and he goes to the liquor and he gets some more beer.
Valero.
And he's walking back home, right? And he sees all these fucking fire trucks heading towards like his direction. He's like, what the fuck? And he sees, and his fucking home is pretty much just crowded with firefighters. His wife is just fucking screaming, saying like, what the fuck? My kids are in there. And he fucking, Yeah. So he fucking ends up going into the police station, and they like questioning him. And he kind of, in the movie, he kind of said, I feel like he's trying to get himself incarcerated. He's saying like, we had a party, there was a lot of alcohol, people were smoking weed, people were doing coke, and then he says like, yeah, I must have forgot to put the fire guard. And like the detectives interviewing him were like, you made a mistake, buddy. That's not against the law. Millions of people make mistakes every day. We're sorry for your loss. And this motherfucker's like, that's it? And he's like, yeah. We're sorry for your loss, but you're free to go.
That's not how it would go in real life, way.
I don't know, Fredy.
You think?
I mean, I don't know. I really don't know, Fredy. But that's how it went in the movie, and this motherfucker, he's like, that's it? Like, you guys aren't going to do anything to me? And you're like, no, you're free to go, sir. Your family's waiting. Like, his dad and his brother are waiting for him outside of the police station. And, spoiler alert here, there's a pretty significant scene. He steps out of the interrogation room, and he sees a fucking cop on his phone, like, just walking by. He grabs the fucking gun.
Fucking cheesy,
he grabs the fucking
bro.
phone and just fucking immediately starts, like, he pulls the trigger and shit.
Oh, trying to kill himself?
Yeah, like, right there in front of everybody, like, but that shit, like, I don't know, I guess the safety is on or whatever. And he tries to fucking fix it, but then, like, all these cops tackle him down. And pretty much after that, like, I don't know, I guess, like, just the fact that he knows that, like, fuck, my kids are dead. Two daughters and one boy, newborn son. Like, that was just, like, enough for him to fucking leave. He was like, I gotta leave this place,
What happened to the wife?
The wife ends up, apparently, like she was just fucking pissed, obviously, and just, like, blamed him for everything. The marriage kind of, like, fell apart.
She wasn't partying?
She wasn't partying. She actually ended the party. She was like, hey, you motherfuckers. Like, she was like, hey, it's fucking like 2 a.m. Get the fuck out of here. I got kids sleeping.
To her own guests.
Because it was like because these are blue collar people, Fredy. They're a little different. That's the thing.
Like, what the fuck, wife? Get back in the fucking house.
The guy, the husband, his name's Lee. Lee was like,
but he was just some dumbass fool.
He was like, hey, I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, it's getting kind of late. Let's, he essentially was like, the wife is the boss of the house, right? Yeah. And, she wanted everybody gone, so he kicked everybody out. And, she went to bed. And so, this was too much of a burden for him, so he left his hometown and went essentially to fucking live as just like a handyman for this apartment complex. Just, and eventually he gets word that his brother died, right? So he has to go back to his hometown and fucking handle his affairs after his death.
They're like, yeah. Apparently, before you left, you forgot to turn off the oven in the house.
Oh, he died of a heart attack or some shit. Like the
so
brother.
So you killed this fool too.
The brother died.
It's just that he always left the windows open, so nothing ever happened. And then one day he closed up the windows. And that fool died.
Jeez, Fredy. He had like heart disease or some shit. So anyways, he goes back to his hometown and he's just struggling to pretty much fucking like handle all of his affairs. Like in Massachusetts, this is during the wintertime in Massachusetts. So the floor is it's like frozen.
The floor is lava?
The floor is frozen actually, so they can't dig into it. So they can't bury his brother's body, so they got to keep his brother's body in a freezer. And
then they just keep it outside. They just call it, no? What the hell? This movie don't make no sense, bro. This movie don't make no sense.
But anyways, the idea that the way I connected these two movies, Puss in Boots Part 3 and Manchester by the Sea, was this idea that this motherfucker, he ends up having to come face to face with his own demons that pretty much forced him to flee his hometown. He ends up running into his ex-wife, who is now like moved on, is now married, and actually just had another newborn son. They run into each other, and just the whole interaction there, it's on YouTube. I would recommend the movie's on YouTube itself, so I would say
it's free on YouTube.
It's free on YouTube. Yeah, that's where I saw it, and I would recommend.
I bet, bro, because that just sounds like a free movie, bro.
Yeah, I saw that shit, Fredy, and honestly, I had to. I had to
get the Kleenex.
Not that. I had to fucking pause it at times and just be like, oh fuck.
Yeah, this shit don't make sense.
No, I had to. I was like, God damn, this shit's such.
You're like, why is she asleep or why are the kids outside partying?
No, the kids weren't partying, Fredy.
Oh, where are the kids at?
Asleep
in their room.
I guess, yeah.
And the fucking the whole house got on fire.
The whole house got on fire, yeah.
Fuck. And where was the fire at? Inside or outside?
Inside.
Or like in the fireplace?
Yeah. It started there and spread. But
I'm gonna look up. What's the name of this movie again?
Manchester by the Sea.
Manchester by the Sea debunked.
But this movie
exposed.
Yeah, with this movie though, this idea at the end, this guy Lee, he kind of just fucking breaks down and tells his fucking brother's son, like, I can't beat it. Like, I'm sorry, I can't be here. Like, I need to leave. And I was like, damn, that's really just like that Puss in Boots shit, you know? Like, fucking, you can't beat death. You just gotta accept it.
This guy, is that the same? Oh, my bad, go on.
Because he kind of just accepted it, like, you know what? I can't beat this fucking, you know, this feeling that, like, it's my fault. I fucked everything up because of me. My kids are dead.
Yeah, but that's like, oh, my bad. It's because
go ahead.
Because of the freaking Hennessy that you brought.
Hennessy.
You brought this upon yourself in this surge that you brought. It's a different type of death, right? Like,
it's a different type of death, yeah. But essentially, it's still a concept.
Like, he caused somebody's death.
He caused someone's death, yes.
Yeah.
3 people.
He caused 3 people's death.
His 3 kids.
His 3 kids.
Yeah.
It already happened. Mm-hmm. Puss in Boots, he's on his 9th life. Mm-hmm. On the next fucking dumb shit he does, he's not gonna get saved. Mm-hmm. So it's like he's trying to avoid his own death. Mm-hmm. So then you're saying that he comes back to face his demons?
Oh no, but in the Puss in Boots movie, he's scared. Like he ends up just losing. Have you seen the Puss in Boots movies? No. From what I understand, and this is why I like.
Because it looked like in the video, like he found him after hella years of him just being like.
Well, yeah, you know, essentially, Puss in Boots is just a very cocky, character. Yeah, a cocky character. He loses that. In fear because he realizes, like, holy shit, I can't beat this. Death might find me, and just this way, like, this guy also loses himself.
That's how I be for.
I figured this is why I wanted to come and talk to you, because I figured, you know what?
Just kidding, fool.
This is why I figured. I was like, you know what? Fredy is probably the one person here besides this one guy named Nacho that understands where I'm coming from to a degree. Fredy is a philosopher of the mind. Fredy is a philosopher of the mind, and he has his own background, his own tragedy. So maybe he could offer some insight, you know. And this is why I wanted to come and brainstorm with you. Not just brainstorm, but essentially, you know, exchange ideas of these ideas of, like, these concepts. Like, fuck, this is something I can't be. This is just something that I gotta accept and try and live.
What, that you're gonna die one day?
No, not that.
Oh. I'm like, damn, bro. You didn't know that?
No, it's, I'm a vampire, Fredy. I don't die.
Oh, fucking, like, the food community. You know about that shit?
The what?
The food community?
The food?
Food.
What the fuck is that?
Like Instagram page?
No.
Like, all the Instagram pages, that's what it is. Like, not all of them, but.
What is it? It's
look, you see,
the food community network built to connect leading Latino blog in the U.S. DM for credit / removal page ran by staff. Who the fuck are these guys?
And it's just like, so if you go to their things, like, I guess this is like pinned right now. So there's the things they have pinned, so it's on the top three.
Who the fuck are these bums?
So they're talking about all Denver first team, like all the rappers from Denver, all the rappers from Houston, all the rappers from San Diego. And they're talking about that Mexican team links up with Denzel Curry from the block performances. Denzel Curry is one of them funk rappers. He used to be, no? Denzel Curry?
I don't know who the fuck Denzel Curry is, Fredy.
Yeah, those are official. Like, see, but it's all like they have some.
I mean, copyrighted.
Oh, you can edit that shit out later.
Fuck that. That's just a
but look,
thing.
okay, but they're just talking about random shit. You know?
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, that was some news they posted about it. That hate me fine.
Talk with YouTube by getting his loss removed from the platform. Damn, really?
Yeah, because that shit already got, like, removed, you know? Like, you heard about that?
His loss?
Yeah, because he lost to Ryan Garcia.
Yeah, and he popped for...
So that didn't count.
Yeah,
like, they already made that official
like
that
it
didn't count.
Some shit, yeah.
Or like shit like that. But they'll also have like ghetto shit, you know? Like all that other shit's ghetto shit. But they'll have like other shit like that. But they're still ghetto ass fools. But at the same time, they'll have podcasts, you know? So they have a bunch of podcasts and shit.
I'm not trying to hook up with these guys if that's what you're trying to suggest.
No, I'm not saying that.
See, here's the thing.
I'm saying like since you're gonna have Instagram too, like
yeah,
all that shit's gonna be like.
Oh, these motherfuckers better fucking not post me on their shit.
We probably will.
See, this is the thing, Fredy. I'm trying to hook up with seasoned professors and shit. I'm trying to have seasoned professors on the podcast.
What I would have been.
Look, I think we could do it. Honestly, like, you know. There's certain professors.
I would have took all those fools out. I'm calling all those fools out right now.
Yeah, all you philosophy professors. You guys remember Fredy?
There was this one fool I remember, dog, in one of those classes.
A professor or a student?
A student.
What
and
about
that's
him?
the way, like he acted like he knew everything. I don't know if he did, because I didn't even know shit. But he would, like, argue with the professors. And I'll be like, oh, shit, like, does that make sense? I don't even know, dog. But then I look back at it, like, sometime later, I'm like, wait, but, like, we were not supposed to argue against these fools' points. We were supposed to, like, explain what they meant, because even they could have been wrong back in the day. But he told me one time that he had a friend that did DMT, and he, like, after that, like, he wanted to kill himself because he thought that when he killed himself, he would be in the DMT world forever.
Damn.
Because that when you die, your brain releases DMT. So one of his friends thought that, so he's like, oh, I should just die and shit, or kill myself or some shit.
Wow.
And that's what I remember about that fool telling me.
Do you like fighting, Fredy?
I don't know. I think I do. Yeah.
Like if you're sober, no weed, no alcohol in your system.
Yeah, like I'm down to like spar and shit like that.
You down to spar?
Yeah.
Oh, you do got gloves, right?
And all
Yeah,
that shit,
you got gloves and everything. Yeah, you know, I feel like something about that. It makes you feel alive, you know?
Yeah, and then especially when you're doing it protected. Like for that street shit, it makes you like, you know, most people don't fucking even spar. Like,
yeah.
If you walk around the world, I mean, if you walk around like, yeah, I guess so. Most people never lifted.
Lift. Yeah.
Most people have never lifted, so most people never lifted. That's what I mean.
Yeah, like people don't work out and shit.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I agree with
that. But even the person that doesn't work out any longer, but they have done it before, you can tell, you know.
They got some degree. They got that muscle memory of like lifting shit. But
yeah, or you can even tell by their body, like, oh, like that fool probably used to lift and shit.
Yeah, there's definitely that.
So then, like, if you practice fighting versus somebody that never practiced, even if you're not the best, like, just like in a video game, if you like practice a little bit and somebody that never practices,
I am the best, Fredy. Let me open this twisted tea. But I haven't had a twisted tea since the COVID days. I'm telling you, and I usually drink the tall cans, like
Kobe Bryant.
No, COVID, like COVID.
COVID. Okay.
Yeah. Like I like the COVID.
Bro, every time you say something, I want to interrupt. Say something else.
It's okay. Go ahead, Fredy. It's a podcast. Shit. You're the
I
guest.
used to clean a pool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I'm the guest. I used to clean some pool, and then right there, like, they used to have a dog named Kobe.
Kobe.
And then, like, there was one of the fools that did the I was the pool guy. There was a fool that was like the maintenance guy, like the yard, the little, sometimes doing the tile work, like any little repairs around the house.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So like I guess a handyman there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, ¿Cómo se llama? ¿Kobe o Kobe? Como, no. I fucked it up. He's like, ¿Cómo se llama? ¿Como Kobe Bryant o como Kobe 21?
21? What the fuck?
Oh, Kobe 19. Kobe 19. Oh, no. There you go.
Yeah.
Now we can edit it. He's like, ¿Cómo se llama? ¿Como Kobe Bryant o como Kobe 19? There you go. That's how he said it. Kobe 19, right? That's what it's called?
Kobe 19.
Yeah, so he's like, Kobe 19 or Kobe Bryant? I'm pretty sure it's named after COVID, bro.
Did you tell him that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Fredy, fuck. We got like fucking half an hour into this shit. I think we reached a good fucking. You got more shit to say? What do you got to say?
Right. Like when you were talking about the fucking about the movie, I made some notes.
You made some notes about which one? Manchester by the Sea?
Yeah. Look.
What?
Okay. When you were saying that the guy, his kids died in the house?
Yeah.
My sister died right here. Right? You knew about that?
I knew of the passing, but I never asked you what happened.
Oh, yeah. She died right here in the porch.
How?
Under the stairs. She had an asthma attack.
Is that what happened?
And she couldn't breathe. She came on in. But that's why... Well, it's not my fault, so that's why I don't want to leave. That's why I want to stay.
You want to stay because your sister passed?
Died here, yeah. You know?
Uh-huh.
And then there was a fire in the movie.
Yeah.
The other day there was a fire here. An RV caught on fire.
Really? What the fuck?
Yeah. You didn't know about that?
No.
Yeah, there was a fire right there. I was going to the bottle shop. with my cousin.
Yeah.
The one that's only these.
Uh-huh. Twisties.
Yeah. The hookup. 10 for
a 12.
We're going to have to cut that out, you know, because who knows where he got, you know. And then fucking, my neighbor called me. Are you home? No. Oh, because look, I'm going to FaceTime you. I'm like, okay.
Was it a guy or a girl?
Girl. My girl neighbor. You know, it's like my sister to me. Right? And she called me like, I'm like, oh, what's up? You know, like, are you home? No. Why? Oh, I'm going to FaceTime you. And they FaceTime me and they're at the Mayo. Right?
Yeah.
And then they turn the camera around and they're pointing at the apartments from over there. They're pointing this way. But there's a bunch of smoke. And I'm like, what the hell? And I'm like, bro, did I leave the frijoles on or what? You know, like, one time I think we left the frijoles on right here. And the neighbors called us and they're like, that shit was burning up in the kitchen.
It happened to Danny too.
Yeah, that should be happening, bro.
It's a real thing.
And fucking, yeah, so I was like, fuck, I started getting kind of paranoid. Mm-hmm. And she's like, yeah, I don't know what's going on, but we're going back already. Like, there was no news on it yet, you know? And then, you know, the Citizen app?
Yeah.
Right away, like, I think she, like, hit me up, like, oh, like, that. There's an RV on fire next to Keys.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to Keys.
Right.
The hidden gem.
For real.
Alright, Fredy, we got like fucking 40-something minutes. Keep it going. What the fuck? Yeah. God damn. You know, I was just... Before I came over here, I did a little solo podcast for 20 minutes. And I talked about this book that I checked out. Mm-hmm. You know what NPR is?
NPR? National... Pendejos... yeah,
National Public Radio, some shit like that. I didn't know what the fuck it was.
I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding.
I didn't know what the fuck it was until I checked out this book in the library. And
I used to have NPR on my iPod on the. You're the one that told me about that. I'm a rock.
I rocked the star test.
I used to have that type of shit. Even in those days, like
yeah, an NPR.
You could get radio. You could get other shit besides just songs.
Amazing. That's amazing, Fredy. I did not know the technology existed like that back then.
See, wait, like those, but those were not considered podcasts, I don't think. But they were basically podcasts.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you would download them and then listen to them when you were not
iPod,
like.
yeah.
Because I would have to download them on the laptop.
Yeah.
And then I could listen to them like at school type shit.
Well, fucking. I was in the library and I saw this book that said like NPR, how to like start up your podcast or whatever. And I was like, whatever, I'll check this book out, you know. And then I was out with this girl at Barnes and Noble, and she pointed out this book, like, oh look, because I had told her I have a podcast, right? And I was like, oh yeah, I just recently checked this book out from the library, and she's like, oh, you know, whatever, and I was like, what's NPR though? Because I asked her, I was like, well, what the fuck is NPR? And she was like, oh, it's a national public radio or whatever. I was like, oh, okay, whatever, shit. And so I started reading it. I spent like a good 2 hours on that shit, right? God
2 hours, or did you use a Pomodoro technique?
Pomodoro.
Oh, that's right, dog.
Yeah, I fuck with the Pomodoro. So
that's what I was using my last year of season, which is why it's, besides my sister dying, that's why it's so tragic. Because I was doing so good because of the Pomodoro technique.
Well, that shit puts in work, honestly.
I had straight A's. I was using that because I read a book called How to Be a Straight A Student.
Yeah.
The first year I hadn't read that. I was having naps. But then, you know, the second year, like, I was straight A's.
Yeah.
Because of the Pomodoro shit, bro.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that shit puts in work.
Hella hours, bro, studying.
Yeah.
And then I even wanted to buy the little apple. Because they sell a little apple, you know what I'm talking about?
No.
There's like a 25-minute, and then, well, fucking, yeah, Pomodoro.
The Pomodoro puts in work, I'm telling you, everybody. But yeah, fucking, oh yeah, where the fuck was I going with this story? Yeah. She told me, fucking. Oh no, I spent 2 hours reading this fucking Pomodoro, right? And,
no, you spent 2 hours reading the fucking NPR book about how to start a podcast.
Yeah, and I was like,
using the Pomodoro.
Using the Pomodoro, yeah, and I was like, this fucking book is useless. I already fucking know all this shit.
That's
like,
how a lot of shit is, bro.
Yeah, I was like, God damn, I was so
upset.
You buy
any book, it's like, okay, like I could have known that, but.
Yeah,
it's verbalized.
If you're trying to start a podcast, don't fucking buy that book. Don't even check that book out. Fucking just listen to my podcast. You'll get a better idea. You'll get a better idea of how to start a podcast by listening to me.
Look. If you want to start a podcast, don't buy that book. But you could go to. Oh shit! I can't give it. Maybe this is gonna have to get blocked out.
No. Go on.
Go to libgen.com. You can download any book for free. Like it's better than how fucking Pirate Bay used to be.
No, just go to ImWithCesar.
And then go to ImWithCesar too and just follow what this was doing. He's fucking recording on Samsung on that USB mic.
Like the only good thing they told me was like about they didn't even go in depth on the technology aspect of using two mics, but
why would you want them to go into debt?
Because
like why would you want them to have debt?
Because look. So right now
depth.
Into depth, yeah.
So
like right now we got audio in one mic between us two, right?
Yeah, but this is like we keep on getting hella close to each other. It gets all romantic and shit at times.
But here's the thing. For some reason, Fredy, a lot of people just cannot understand that you got to be like at least 2 fistfuls away from the fucking mic. Like I
why some of the fools you have on, they be right here and shit.
No, they'll be like right. They'll be like fucking a yard away, and I'm like, and then they'll. Just,
I probably like do that too, huh?
You did that. At times? Yeah, you did that.
But I feel like I'm louder.
You're louder than them, honestly. But that makes up for it.
I'll be right here. I was just practicing earlier with some foods. You know.
Well, that's also because of my mic. My mic is a fucking. I forgot the name for it.
Besides the condenser, the way that the circles, huh? The circles.
It's shaped in a way that's.
It's not. It's like a heart name. A name for a heart.
Yeah. Unlike other mice that are like they literally get everything like 360. Mine's not like that.
Depends how you fucking put it.
Well, because my shit literally
you can put the mic facing upwards.
It's literally like a heart. So it's if you position yourself
cardiac,
right.
Some shit.
Cardioid. I will literally pull up the book again. The book actually goes into detail about that shit. But
the book. Okay, what was my last note? If you know what's a stranger?
Stranger.
Yeah, right? When you sit on your hand until it gets numb.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, well, that's not what I was talking about. I was talking about 3 identical strangers.
3 identical strangers. Okay, Fredy. What about them?
You know what that is?
No. What?
The movie you were talking about where the 3 twins met each other. I mean, the triplets.
Yeah. What about that?
I looked it up and it's called 3 Identical Strangers. Yeah.
You looked it up? Yeah. What about that?
Well, I never actually watched it. But I looked it up and that's what it was called. So, because you were telling me about that Manchester fool?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, wait up. This one told me about some shit last time.
Did you think I was lying to you, Fredy, or what?
No, but I looked it up. And then I was like, damn, this one never uploaded our last episode.
You know what? I'll do that shit, Fredy. I've just been on vacation mode recently, but, I'm telling you, like, consistency is apparently, according to this fucking book, consistency is one of the big things that, you need to be doing.
A lot of these books be pseudo, bro.
I know, honestly, these motherfuckers, and I'm guessing it's just because they're like affiliated with NPR. They're naming all these fucking podcasts that I've never heard of. They didn't even mention Joe Rogan. So, and that's pretty much the one person that got me into podcasting.
All right. I don't know. Maybe there's politics involved in that. And if there's not, it's because he's not the one that started podcasts, if anything, obviously, But he's one of the most popular ones.
Yeah, the most biggest podcast.
Because honestly, I used to listen to that fool too, but like some of them, like when the fucking ones that I would want to listen to went viral, that's when I would listen to them, But apparently, like I've been finding out that he's like supposedly not that smart and shit,
Definitely not as.
Definitely. Now we start talking about politics. One time I was on your shit when we did that YouTube. I guess you said it was live.
Yeah.
I think I was all into Alex Jones at that time.
Yeah.
I think I was all into that shit.
Yeah.
Now I'm not.
Of course you are still.
No, I swear, bro. Like, I've been through some shit on that side, bro. Are you into that shit? Or you don't have to say it?
I know I'm alright with answering questions here, Fredy.
I know you weren't into it back then. I think you weren't.
I am into the performance, if anything.
Mm-hmm.
The performance. Not really. I don't really take what he says.
Now we're gonna get somewhere. Now we're gonna talk about something. All right. This is where it's like, all right, this is gonna be the deep spot. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
This is where we're gonna talk about our beliefs.
All right.
All right, you're into the performance?
The performance, yeah. The whole idea of like, all right, I'm going to fucking perform as this character and get everybody riled up because, that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. But like as a follower, like obviously you're not like, oh, like this is what I agree with the things he's saying and shit. Or you could be, I don't know.
His ideas, the way he presents them, I don't think he presents them in a fashion that allows, for me at least, to be like, yeah, I support what he's saying. Maybe back then, his earlier stuff.
Yeah, that's what they say. Even me, like.
His earlier stuff seems more credible.
You know why I say that? Because I remember listening to Immortal Technique when I was younger.
Yeah.
And I know he had an interview with Immortal Technique. So then I was like, oh, okay, this is one of the fucking fools that like will be on an interview with Immortal Technique. And then years passed, like years passed. 10 years later, I'm over here like, oh, fucking, there was a Trump-Hillary shit. And then I'm like, oh, they had just released some film exposing Trump and Hillary. And then, I don't know what happened. I'm like, oh, I wonder what that fool Alex Jones thinks. I remember I used to listen to that fool like a few years ago when I was all into Immortal Technique.
Yeah.
And then I was like, and then I got into the Alex Jones channel. And since I was already like with a little biased of agreeing with him, he just started talking about, oh, he was supporting Trump. And I was like, and talking about all these conspiracy theories. And I was like, what the fuck? And I fell down that rabbit hole, you know? And that's in hindsight.
It's easy to go down that path. It definitely is. I think a lot of people don't have that type of introspection to like admit it. But yeah, it's definitely easy. And for some people, it's like, what? How the fuck could you like, fall for this fucking Nazi or whatever? But yeah, it happens. It happens, and that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I'm entertained, or that's why I'm interested in the performance. But I don't really look at it as like, wow, this guy's like fucking spilling the truth. Because I'm like, wow, you know what? If I'm that charismatic, I could get people to fucking follow this shit. And that's what I think I am. Most people are fucking boring behind the mic. That's the thing. A lot of people are scared to fucking talk. A lot of people that I have on the podcast, I bring alcohol into the podcast because honestly, a lot of people are just gun shy to fucking talk on the podcast. That's something I've noticed a lot. That's
yeah, but even with alcohol, like for example, like me, like I've always had this fucking little dream of like being some sort of artist and all that shit. So like I'll be right here talking and shit. Even when I was gonna say even when I was wrong, but I could be wrong about shit, But now I prefer not to take a position on things if I don't really know about them, rather than before when I was like not a skeptic, and I'd be just like, oh, what the fuck, like nah, this. Alex Jones was talking about this shit. They were talking about this shit and all, like. And that was only like, I mean, not that 2 or 3 years isn't a long time, but. Fool, I started my skating brand. Remember, Killam?
Mm-hmm.
Killam, it was Killuminati, right? Mm-hmm. It had 3 eyes. Open up your third eye, right? All that shit leads to that. But then all that shit is based on that shit. Like people think the Enlightenment, right?
Mm-hmm. Enlightenment
is supposed to be a good thing. Even though they say that there was like, some of those fools were racist and like, como se dice, patriarchal, which we can argue about that. But there's things we can argue about, whatever though. Racism, patriarchy, but those were like trying to get out of the religion type of shit, thinking Enlightenment instead of religion, man. So fuck it.
You're fucking drunk, aren't you?
But you get me? So then Illuminati, it was that. It's like a misunderstanding of what the Illuminati is, bro. Right?
Yeah.
It's like, because the Catholic Church or Christians, like, they're against the Enlightenment. Mm-hmm. And since we think they're for God, we think that they're protecting us. So they don't want us to be they're against the Enlightenment because that's of the devil,
Yeah.
But in reality, it's like, Enlightenment is like secularism. And that's what we should be working towards. Like enlightenment, like secularism, away from all these mythical beliefs and shit like that, And then, so that's what I was, Illuminati. So then that's what I was going like, towards getting rid of enlightenment. And I'm like, oh yeah, since I didn't really have my thoughts developed about God, I was like, oh yeah, God probably does exist. And it seems like, you seem like a more moral person in like our society when you act like if God exists, So then you're like, oh yeah, because the Enlightenment is trying to tell us not to believe in God. But we have to believe in God. So be against the Enlightenment. Illuminati. But it's like a misunderstanding. Because we think God is this like good idea. So then that's what kind of also led me that way of the conspiratorial thinking, conspiracy theories. Yeah, my bad, bro.
Oh, good, Fredy. I appreciate that. This is why I wanted you on the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Your type of thinking is just outside the box.
Oh, yeah. Not outside the box. It's within the box. I have no choice but to think that.
This is why or this is what I want ImWithCesar to be about. This type of thinking that isn't quite often explored here. Usually it's just, the mainstream stuff, the trends and stuff. But, this is a real podcast. This is real people. We ain't paid by no fucking corporation or nothing.
I'm not getting paid for this? What the fuck?
I'll bring beer.
You mean you'll bring beer right now?
Shit,
you'll go bring some beer right now?
I'll bring some golden monkeys next week.
Oh,
because I'm pretty sure you're going to be the only guest. But anyway, let's fucking end this shit right now. We already got fucking an hour in this shit.
That shit going, fool.
No, fuck that. Fuck that. No, I need to take a piss. All right, you gotta say anything to America before I cut this shit?
Hey, America. Please like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below if you disagree with me. If you disagree with me, you're gonna probably expose yourself as being stupid. No, I'm just kidding.
That's just fair. Next episode, ladies and gentlemen, we will have Alex Jones